I suppose, wait, I gotta put this. Nahaw. Ani, Bojo, Kinawea. Gitchimigwachki, Bajayak, Monpi, Anishnabek Nation, Gizo Mizinigan, Anishnabamuan Kirunan, Amigwachwandam Ozawa Gijigo Gnu, Be Kinamage Yang Nongum. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming here for this webinar featuring Anishinaabe words and phrases from our annual calendar. We'd like to thank Ozawa for teaching us today. Ali Darnay and Dishnagas, Kitagan Zibi and Donjaba, Anishinaabe Inigan Zikadang, Anishinaabe Nation and Donjanaki. My name is Ali Darnay. I come from the Ojibways of Garden River. I work for the Anishinaabe Nation as the Anishinaabe manager. I'm happy to work with our language and grateful. The Anishinaabe Nation established the Anishinaabe Department in January of 2023 to support language preservation, reclamation, and revitalization. Nahau, Gintam Lori, Mamba Anishinaabe and Kid, our coordinator, Laura McLeod Shabagishik. It's your turn.
Bonjour. Welcome, everyone. Lori McLeod Shabagishik and Dishnakas. As Ali mentioned, I'm the Anishinaabe Enakit, the Anishinaabe coordinator here at the Anishinaabe Nation. And I just want to say Chimigwach Gibajayak, everyone. Ali, did you want to change the slide? So in our session, we'll begin today with Nguduwe Wangazit Anishinaabe. And as you can see by the beautiful images in this medallion, these are pictographs that were created for us and gifted to Anishinaabe Nation by our former lead Getsit, our former lead elder, Gordon Wandabensba, Shikeba. And they tell a story. And so I'm going to share a little bit about that with you today. Now, Ginta. The Benjagad Gi son and Anishinaabe and a king. Gibitagon God and him and Adowa Dizawan. Creator placed Anishinaabe on the earth along with the gift of spirituality. Shkuret nebe ake noden. Gibitagostanan we nagado ma bishkagmagang. Here on Mother Earth, there were gifts given to Anishinaabe to look after: fire, water, earth, and wind. The Benjageg Giminan Gishataw and Dagok, Anishnaben, while Nagdonjin and Nishwaswek Kinamadwinan. The Creator gave Anishinaabe 7 gifts to guide them. They are Zagidwin, Deboywin, Manadendamwin, Nabuakawin, the Badendiswin, Gwakwadzawin, Minwa Akadewin. Love, truth, respect, wisdom, humility, honesty, and bravery. The Benjagek Kimin Gona, Dedbinwe, Winagdawendawin. Creator gave us sovereignty to govern ourselves. Kamana Dendana, Gabejawebak, meanwhile Nango Megwa Ejawebak, meanwhile Gayabe Wanishawebak. We respect and honor the past, present, and future. Now, Chimigwech, that's the preamble to the Anishinaabe Nation Constitution. And for those of you who aren't familiar with our project, we each year at Anishinaabe Nation for the past 3 years, we've been very fortunate to be able to produce 3 Anishinaabe Nation calendars. And the calendars are intended to help promote Anishinaabe. And so we've had 3 years. And so we're just beginning on the 4th year for the calendar. And this year we actually have funding to do it. So we're pretty excited about that. And we, if you have a copy of the calendar, we are seeking to promote as many Anishinaabe learning opportunities as possible. So if you would like to make a contribution, maybe you have a language class, a language hub, a camp, a website, YouTube channel, podcast, anything that you would like to have shared and promoted in the calendar, if you could please contact me. My email is listed here below and we'll put it in the chat as well. Feel free to contact me. And in our calendar, if you have a copy of it with it, we have QR codes. And so the calendar has the ability to take you to various language lessons throughout across here in Ontario, Canada, and the US. So it's a pretty versatile learning tool, and we're very excited to be able to continue on with it. Miigwech. And I'll pass things over to Ali.
Nahao, Chimiigwech, Lori, for sharing all of that. And, we are very excited to, I guess, get the next calendar underway. And I am Gichinendum. I'm happy to introduce you to our facilitator today, Ozawa Gijigo Gnu, also known as Monty McGahey, sharing phrases to use in the summer. Ozawa is a learner of Anishinaabemowin from Deskan Zibing, also known as Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, located in southwestern Ontario, and is of Anishinaabe and Oneida descent. He is currently the Anishinaabemowin instructor at Fanshawe College for the program Paswe Otagok, Anishinaabemowin Immersion, and the language specialist for Deskan Zibing. He's completed a Master of Professional Education, Leadership in Indigenous Education at Western University, and a Bachelor of Education from the University of Ontario. Chimiigwech Ozawa Gijigo Gnu for joining us today. We're going to turn it over to you now.
Miigwech. Bojo Ozawa Gijigo Gnu Indigo. Deskan Zibing in Nujba, Michigan Dodam. Miigwech Wandam, Mampia, Nangwa. The Menajigo, Jamatu Kia, ga Banda Kendama, Enwing, Mati Migaki, Shaganashi, and Akazia. So, my English name is Monty. I'm from Chippewas of the Thames. Just happy to be here, and I'm thankful and honored for the opportunity to share with you what I learned with the language. I'm a second language learner. I didn't grow up around the language. I don't have any family that speaks the language. Around 2007 is when I seriously started learning the language. So now I just kind of fell into teaching and just sharing what I know as much as I can with those that want to know. So we'll go through these phrases that I had shared with you all. And I think in the past, I think it was people would just ask, like, if you have questions along the way, you can ask them and then put them in the chat and then, yeah, you can just interrupt me anytime if you want more description on something or want me to clear something up. So the first one, I'll get started. So the first one this was one that was put there for me, but so Canada Gijigat. So Gijigat is day, and then we don't really have a word for Canada, so I guess that's our double vowel system, our writing system. And there's different theories on, is Canada an Anishinaabe word, or is it another indigenous word? But as far as I know, from what I heard, it was a Mohawk word. So we don't have a word for Canada per se in our language. In Chimokumon King in the United States, our cousins over there that speak the language or that are learning, they call Canada Shaganash King. So that's Shaganash, which is white person land. So just quick little story. I had gone over to an immersion camp in the States, and they asked me, "Oh, you're from Shaganash King?" Like they asked me in the language if I was from Shaganash King, and I didn't know what they were talking about because we don't use that term here, and I thought they were talking about England because I think I heard that as a term, and so I was kind of confused. And then later on, as as we started talking more, then I figured out that that's what they call Canada, Shaughnashiwa King. All right. So, Ambe Jada Jigbig. Ambe Jada Jigbig. Let's go to the beach. Jigbig is the beach, and then Jada, let's go. And then it's kind of like Ambe is kind of another expression, I guess. So you're kind of saying, come on, let's go, Ambe. Yeah, Ambe Jada Jigbig. So Bidun Bengnigen. Bidun Bengnigen. Bring a towel. Bidun Bengnigen. So Bengnigen towel. So Bidun, bring something inanimate. So anything that's inanimate, and I know that could be a confusing word for some people, but that's how us learners kind of categorize things that help us kind of put our own sentences together. So anything inanimate, I'll say that with quotations. Anything that's in the category of being not alive, we can say bidun, bring it. And then if it's something animate, it's bij. So that's how we have to categorize it. So we know which verb to use. We gajate nangwa. We gajate nangwa. So it's going to be hot today. Gajate. The we is the future tense marker. So it's going to be we, and then gajate, hot outside. Nangwa today. Oh. Shajig jate. So it's already hot out. So I'll say that's one expression of one translation of jaje. So it's already jajig jate. It's already hot out. So I kind of use that as the last sentence. It's going to be hot. It's kind of like a conversation you could have too. It's going to be hot today, and then you could say, "Oh, it's already hot out." Jajig jate. Jima ning ni booze. Jima ning ni booze. So Jimaning. So Jimon, I think a lot of people know is a boat or a canoe. And then when we add the ing, it's onto something or in something. So Jimaning. And then the ni part is a shortened form of nawi. So we saw the we gajate for it's going to be hot. So this we, the n is for me, nawi booze. You could say that too, nawi booze. So we shorten it down in our, we like to call us our Odawa dialects, but, or just Nishnabemwin. We shorten it to ni. So I want to, or I'm going to. Ni booze, get into a vehicle or on a vehicle. In this case, a boat. Gui ob gizna wabang. Gui ob gizna wabang. Yeah, so you're asking someone. So the G, gui, do you want to? And then the OO is kind of like to go and do. Like you're not just going to do it right here in the spot. You're going to go and do it somewhere. Gui O, begiz, swimming. And then the na is the question marker. And then wabang is tomorrow. So gui O begiz na wabang. Number 8, Schwaswe. Ni ba begiz ode zagiganing. Ni babgezode zagigening. So the full word is baba, ni baba bigiz. So I kind of struggle back and forth because we shorten it to make it as one sound. Ni ba bigiz. But I usually leave those two B's in there. I don't know. I think it comes back in when you're in different contexts and in what you're trying to say. So I leave it in there. So ni, so that Nui again get shortened down to ni ba bigiz. And then ode is over there. And then Zalgigun is a lake. So then we add the to the, at the, in the is the ing at the end. So ni bab gizode Zalgiganing. How?
Honey Monty, I'm just wondering about that, the double B. So do you recommend that we pronounce the double B, or are you just blending them together?
You blend them together. But just it kind of comes back in a different grammatical context. So you would hear it in other instances, which is more complicated to get into, but so I would just say ni ba. So it sounds like one. Ni ba because so the ba, so that part actually, I didn't explain that part, is the ba is to go around, like so you're not just swimming in one line, or you're not just swimming in one spot. You're kind of, the ba is to go around and do something. So ni ba because I'm gonna go kind of swim around over there at the lake.
Now, Chmiwach.
Ish, take. Oh, this is the one where I had made a mistake. So I think in the calendar too, it says eteg, but it should be a pish tag. So if you have your calendar and you're following along, just scratch out the E in the front. So a pish tag, Gmon Gomik. So you're asking, where's the boathouse at? So the location of pish tag, where is it located? A pish tag. And then you're saying Gmon Gomik, the boathouse.
I have a question though about that sound.
Yeah.
You know, because like I think we saw it. I'm trying to see, like, did we already see it or are we gonna see it? But sometimes we see that tense marker in questions, right?
Yeah.
The S sound. So how come it's not here? You know, like we had it there, but then you're like, no, that was a mistake, take it out. But we do see it in present tense questions, right? Like if I was to say like Jayan, the is there, right?
Yeah. So in that, it's getting complicated. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it easily. So the ja, there's what are called relative roots in the language. And I'll try and explain it simply. There's an embedded relative root in ja, which is ije. And so in that case, you would use the E for apish e jayan. Where are you going? In this case, usually when you're using apish, a lot of the words don't have those embedded relative roots. So like te doesn't have an embedded relative root in it. And so whenever you use apish, like apish something, it doesn't need the E. So like, where is he or she? Apishiyad. You just say apishiyad. Where's he or she? Hopefully that's for the language nerds out there. You know, you can
Miigwech.
kind of look into that more. So ambe makshweda. So let's go paddling in a canoe. So this one, when you hear speakers say it, the reason why we have those, the B and the M together, is because speakers will hardly pronounce that B, like ambe makshweda, you won't even hear the B. But then it comes back in other instances. If I were to say past tense, in gib makshwe, I went paddling. So I just keep it there in spelling. But as you're learning, like when you hear it from a speaker and you're learning language, you'll hear ambe makshweda. You don't even hear the B. Napquaning, ni booze, napquaning, ni booze. So this is one word, one way to say sailboat, napquan. So then the ing again, on to napquaning, ni booze. So I want to get on, or I'm going to get on. Madasa Shanij, number 12. Squash. I am sunburned. There might be another way to say that, but that's one way. You're kind of like saying I'm red. Squash. So there's nothing about being burned. But it's kind of understood in that Misquas, I'm all red from, I guess it would be understood from the sun, Misquas. Esna Makadeyas. Esna Makadeyas. So this is one where the vowel mak, makke, makedeyas, yeah, makedeyas. Because you're saying you, the G in front, the G, we kind of pronounce that full vowel, mak. Otherwise, we'd say kedeyas, kedeyasa. If we're saying he or she is, kedeyasa. I can probably type in the chat, right? So kedeyasa is like he or she is dark, or almost saying black color from the sun. And then the esna is like our expression. Esna. Esna is like holy or something like that. So esna makadeyas. Kedeyas. Yeah. We gishu namdena wabang. We gishu namdena wabang. So the we is going to. Gishu namde, it's humid out. And then the na is the question. And then wabang tomorrow. We gishu namdena wabang. So the na goes in the second spot of the sentence. So we have wikiju namade and then na in the second spot, and then wabong tomorrow. Gawi gajatesano. Gawi gajatesano. Gawi gajatesano. It's not hot out. So when we say it's not, we have to put the negative ending on there. Sano. Gajatesano.
Auntie, we have a question in the chat from Jacqueline. And she asks, can we use esna similar to shtataha? She says, I think that's how you spell it, or nishin.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be used. I'm just trying to think of shtataha in the same sentence. Shtataha mukadeyas. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, I think you can use it. I hear esna more in like the sentence when you're adding something to the sentence. Esna and a big gauge, like I'm ever cold. Whereas shtataha seems like a on its own type of thing. Ibam Gizna. So that was another version of how I spelled the other one, to swim around at the lake, the earlier phrase. That's another way to, I guess I was kind of decided to spell that way. So we have, and that's the thing with learners is where there's no what do you call it? Like a set spelling system. Like we have a sound writing system, but we don't have a standardized spelling. And so when you go to community, you might see different spelling or different resources you see online, depending on the community or even the speaker that might have translated that day. So we use the double vowel system now for the most part everywhere, but there's still like, it still falls within that system, but there still might be different spelling. So yeah, so that one I put the around part in there, the ba, gi. So this must have been my mistake again. So the key should be past, so it would be did. So did you go swimming around? So the key is just the you and then the type it in the chat. I kind of use that. So the get is you for geen, and then the gi is past tense. So it changes into key. So you don't hear that gi. So did you? You just hear key. Ibom gizna. Did you go swimming around? No. Güneş bam begizecek ode. Güneş bam begizecek ode. So who's swimming over there? I think I have a small spelling mistake. After the Z is a instead of a I. But yeah. Güneş bam begizecek ode. So it's like, who are the ones? So A bomb Isajik is the ones who are the ones who swim or are swimming. A bomb Isajik. So he used that in a question too. So Wenesh who? Wenesh a bomb. Wenesh a bomb Isajik kode. Yeah, so just highlighting that same verb that we used earlier. Ode over there. Number 18, Esna minwasage nangwa. Esna minwasage nangwa. Sun is shining brightly, nicely.
I think Debbie had her hand up. Did you have a question, Debbie?
Yeah, on asking on that number 17, Winesh, wouldn't it also be Winesh na how do you say it? This like, how come you don't ask like Winesh na?
Like the question mark or nah.
Yeah.
So there's two different nas. I'll put it in the so there's na, like and we use that as an expression in Inish na.
Uh-huh.
So that's our slang word of saying what's up or how are you.
Yeah.
And then there's the single a na. And we use na in other contexts too, but that's so the single a na is just we call it yes or no question.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't ask.
Yeah, so usually we call them W questions, like who, what, when, where, why.
Oh, okay.
You don't use na in those types of questions, like the single a na.
Okay. Thank you.
I think it would be if you put wenish na, like the double a na, I think
Yeah.
that would fit in there. But it's a slight different context, which is hard to kind of explain even from fluent speakers, like why do you use that? And like us learners, we have all these questions like but yeah, we'll just say for now that the single a na is like a yes or no question, like kabakadena, are you hungry? Yes or no. You can answer yes or no.
Yeah. Miigwech.
Okay, where was I? Das was Zhongshui. Ambe Ogbesh Ogbeshada. Ogbeshada. So Gbeshe is he or she is camping. Gbeshe. So Ambe Ogbeshada. Let's go camping. So the OO again is to go and do something somewhere. Ambe, let's go. Or come on. And then the da is the let's part. Ambe Ogbeshada. How? Where do you want to go camping? So this is one way you can ask Apish Wanjigabeshian. Apish Wanjigabeshian. Where do you want to go camping? So the je is the kind of whereabouts exactly, or whereabouts do you want to go? And then the wa in this case, it's the want. And then Gabeshian, the yin at the end, is saying you, or you're asking you, where do you want to go camping? Fishwan Jugubeshian. Oh, I think there's a question. Oh, in 18. Or you go back one page. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that translation wasn't, forgot to put that in the English part. Yeah, sun is shining brightly today, Nangwa. Or it could mean now too, depending on context. Nwin Damana Wezibe. Nwin Damana Wezibe. Is that river deep? So Nwin Dama is something that's deep in terms of water. So like a lake or a river, a pool or a pond, Nwin Dama. So anything that's water that's deep. And then the na question. And then we. So I changed this one to we because I say you for that. But for this calendar, I change it to we because that's another I think most people on Manitoulin. There's probably a few that still say you, but for the most part on Manitoulin, it's we for that. And then river Stebe. Gawin Ween Demasano you. So this one I changed back to you. I guess I was trying to confuse everyone, or maybe just add more to your vocabulary. Gawin Ween Demasano. So we add that sano again to say it's not. And then so I said you that zibe. So that river isn't deep. So bidun again. Bidun bring it. So bish water. So we categorize water as inanimate. I know people are like, water is life, it's alive, but you know, just how we're categorizing it and how we hear speakers talk about it. And even yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So bidun bring it, and then bish water. Bidun na bish. So again, the N, right? We don't hear that in bish. We just hear, yeah, we just hear bish. But there's from the word nabe for water, but we usually say bish for all water now in this area. So the key again is the gigi. So you past tense. So you did be doing. Then na, are you asking ki be doing na bish? Did you bring it? Gizada ode sa giggling. Gizada ode sa giggling. Gizada. So let's go swimming. Question, would you happen to know the difference between nabe and bish? So from what I've heard is that when you put ish on the end of words, it makes it a pejorative, which means like a negative thing, like that darn old, that darn car, or that, if we say G-monish, you're like saying, oh, that old boat, or that boat, it's always breaking all the time, or it's got a bunch of leaks in it. Say G-monish. It could also be like an affectionate term too. You're just calling somebody that in a playful way. You know, Kwanzaa, you know, that little girl. It could be like that bad little girl, you know, she really is bad, but it could be like, oh, she's like silly Kwanzaa. And so that's what they say, where the nabe turned into bish. And so some people say it means bad water. But and maybe that's what it is, but it's kind of, there's a linguistic term for it where a word becomes normalized in usage. And so whenever I've asked fluent speakers, you know, is bish mean dirty water? And they're like, no, I just grew up, you know, I grew up saying bish all my life. So that's what I know it is. So yeah, that's how I go with it too, is bish. Some people will say nabe just to, so they want to avoid using dirty water, I guess, but I use bish for clean water too.
Nahao, Chimiwach. I was kind of wondering about that because I wondered if Nabish was like a body of water, you know. So I was wondering about, you know, how we differentiate, how we when to use which one. And I just wanted to let you know, you're probably wondering why we're typing things twice. When you're posting things in the chat, your posts are going just to the hosts. So if
Okay.
we do that to everyone, then everyone will see what you're
Okay.
posting in the
Okay,
chat.
okay, I said it to everyone now. All right. Where was I? Bagizada Ode Zalgiganing. So let's go swimming over there and then at the lake. Misquasna. Are you sunburned? So like the earlier word, we're changing it. So the other one was saying I'm sunburned. So this one's now asking, are you sunburned? Misquasna. Ich bin Wijayan Kowijiwin. So if you go, I'll go with you. So the Gishbin is if, and then the we is going to go, and then the yin is the you. So the ja is the verb to go, we ja yin. And then Koiji win, I will go with you.
If I may add in, for number 26, Gumisquas, we have it spelt a little bit differently in the calendar. The editing was done by our language commissioner, and her dialect adds in the N. So it's not incorrect. It's just we had just different dialects, and I didn't realize that until later. Miigwech.
Yeah. So she says Misquans. Yeah. Oh. Wim Jaquetna Wabang. Wim Jaquetna Wabang. Is it going to be clear skies tomorrow? So we going to Jaquet. It is clear skies. Nah. And then Wabang tomorrow. Wim Jaquetna Wabang. Yeah, and then you could say Wabang first too. I'm putting in these sentences that I have in this calendar. I think I put Wabang last, but you could put it first. So you could say Wabang na Wim Jaquet. So that na has to go in the second spot. So Wabang na. Wimjakwut. So our word order is kind of what do you call it? A little bit more easy in the language, kind of not as strict. Wabangna Wimjakwut. Bengjed Zun. Bengjed Zun. Try yourself off. Bengjed Zun. So if you wanted to say, just to show a different form, Bengjed is. So it's saying, I'm trying myself off. Bengjed is. So I think what I was thinking of is if you're talking to kids or somebody, I don't think you'd have to tell another adult to dry themselves off, but if you have your kids at the beach or something, you could say, or maybe you have to, sometimes I have to get told what to do sometimes, but
I was looking at this word and then I was thinking about towel. Because towel looks like that, right?
yeah, Bang Negan.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said the calendar is different. Yeah. Wear sunglasses. Biskan Shkinj go kajganan. So Shkinj go kajganan are just glasses. There's not really a word like if you want to add Jesus, Shkinj go. We've kind of used that as learners, I guess, to because as learners we want everything in the language, and as when you hear fluent speakers talking with each other, you'll hear them use English. You'll hear them say, da 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 da, sunglasses, da 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 da. But as learners, we want everything in the language. We're kind of like we need everything in it, so we kind of make up these words. So we know the word Shkinjigo Kajiganan was already there for glasses, so we just add Jesus for the sun. How accurate that is, I don't know, but like maybe it should be like the dark shaded things, but we just add Jesus because it follows the English. So biskan is wear it or put it on. Biskan. Skinjigo kajkanan or Jesus skinjigo kajkanan. Da bi da. Let's go to the shore. Da bi da. So Dabi is he or she is going to the shore. Dabi. So Dabi da. Let's go. So extra phrases not in the calendar. Babasadeke o namush. So the O is that person. I think in other dialects it's wa. So Babasadeke o namush. So that dog is basking in the sun. Babasadeke. Ni binajimanan. Bombade noon. There's lots of boats going around. Ni binajimanan. Bombade noon. If you wanted to say one, you could say Jimon Bombade. So it's like driving around, floating around the water, wherever it is. Bombade. So we add when there's more than one, we say bombade noon. We give me one gonna butch. It might rain. So that's one way to say might. There's other ways to say might. But in this case, hurts. Could also mean maybe too. And you'll see different spellings of gonna butch. We give me one gonna butch. So go, yeah, the we, so it's going to, or in the future, it might. We give me one gonna butch. Maybe it's going to rain, something like that. Decog, Nimijin. So decog is the cold thing, which we refer to ice cream. There might be other words that speakers think of for ice cream. But that's just one that I know of, decog. So it's basically the cold thing or the thing that's cold. In Jigabeshing Jada. So campsite. So that's one way to say campsite in Jigabeshing. In Jigabeshing. Jada, let's go. Budwe da, let's make a fire. So Budwe, he or she's making a fire. And then da, let's Budwe da. Sun, the sun is one piece of firewood. The sun. And then ska'an, telling someone to light it up. Ska'an, light it. Budwan is a fireplace or place for a fire. So I'm trying to think if there's another word for fireplace, but if you have like a fire pit, maybe that could be probably Budwan. Gabudwe, I will make a fire. So the ga is will, and then budwe, to make a fire. So ngabudwe, I will make a fire. Waseyagamina bish. Waseyagamina bish. So is the water clear? Waseyagame. Windama. Windama we zagigan. Windama we zagigan. So the last phrase was about the river, so this one's about the lake. So you use the same word, Windama with Zagigan. So that could be that too, the way that lake is deep. The Queen de Gua, so that's that's one way of saying it shallow. The Queen de Gua, Besha Jigbik. So again, talking about a body of water, the Queen de Gua. Besha, near. Jigbig, the beach. And there's two eyes and big, Jigbig. Menwasage Nangwa. So it's shining nicely today. It's a nice, I always can't figure out how to translate that to sound. I feel like that's a clunky translation in English, but sun is shining nicely today. Menwasage Nangwa. So it's understood that it's the sun. Minwasage for that word. And you'll see all kinds of different words for the sun is shining with asage ending. Ni o babajia sode. Ni o babajia sode. Going to warm myself up in the sun over there. So again, going to ni, then o, going to go somewhere and do it. And then ode is over there. So maybe you're pointing with your lips or saying ode, ni o babajia sode. Dejame ode and Sydney. We go there every summer. Dejame. So exclusive. So we exclusive means when you're talking to someone, you're not including them. So you're saying, I got this term from a friend. We call it mean girls we. So the mean girls we is we're going, but not you. So we're saying Dejame, we're going. We go there every summer. You don't. It's not really, we're not meaning it in a mean way, but that's just a way to remember it. So you're having a conversation with someone, you're not including them in the we. You're saying, me and my family go there. Dejame ode and Sanibing every summer. Anish. So Anish is a way to say, well, we know Anish is questions too, like what? Like Anish Nakazian, what's your name? Anishna, how are you? So in a sentence, it can be, well, Neo Guadaga. Anish Neo Guadaga. Well, I'm gonna get out of the water. Neo Guadaga. Dawach. So Dawach is like might as well. In this context, it's like, well, might as well. Ngub Kobi Madaga. Ngub Kobi Madaga. Ngub Kobi Madaga. Well, might as well go in the water. Dawach Ngub Kobi Madaga. Kobi Batun, run in the water. Kobi Batun. You're commanding one person. Kobi Batun. So we say Kobi Batuda. Let's run in the water. Or run into. Kobi Batuda. Gib Kobi se, I fell in the water. So the past tense in gi. So I passed, did something in gi. Kobi se, fell in the water. Gib Kobi se. Neo whiz. So another way to say, or one way to say, gonna warm myself up by the fire. So that whole, that small part says the whole thing. Understood that you're warming yourself up by the fire. Neo whiz. So I'm going to go over and Neo whiz, warm myself up by the fire.
Nahau. Me we.
How? Meet you.
Me you.
Is there any
So
questions?
yeah, questions is now Q&A. Ask any questions you may have that you didn't add along the way. We do see some, thank yous going around there in the chat. In terms of wrapping things up for us today. If you do have a question, raise your hand. Now we have a couple of minutes here. In the meantime, I'm going to also share some additional information with you. So earlier today, Lori had in our conversation before we got things going live here, Lori had mentioned the podcast. So Monty and his family, Azawa and his family, have a podcast out there, Envying Our Sound. You can find it out there in different places. So we dropped the links for Spotify as well as podcasts on Apple there, and they share, the experiences of their household of five and reclaiming the language and using it in the home. Lori saying it's a fantastic podcast, and we hope everyone gets a chance to check it out. I don't see any questions popping up in there, so I will carry on. We also like to just give a shout out to our upcoming Anishinaabe Nation Kisizomizinigan teaching session. So we're going to be connecting with hopefully Jessica Jonias, who shared the phrases for next month. Minute so hopefully we'll be able to confirm a date and time with her. And I see Lori's off of mute there, so I'm gonna toss it over to her. Go ahead, Lori.
Oh, just Chimigwech, Monty, Ozawa. That was just a fabulous session. I really enjoyed it. I, as a parent who is raising your children in the language, I'm just wondering if you have any favorite resources that you would like to recommend to our listeners that that you like to use.
Oh man, I just try and get anything and everything that I can find, even if it's different dialects. So I know the is it Wiki Heritage Organization has a bunch of resources and kids resources, and I think you can find it at goodminds.com. So there's a lot of books there. There's more stuff on YouTube. There could be more on YouTube, but there's a lot more than there was geared towards children. Birch Bark Books, which is based in Minnesota, they have resources for kids. If you don't, if you're not caring about dialect, yeah. And I think there was a question too about what advice would I give other learners, or do I have any advice? So I'll share some of the things that I usually tell people is that one is don't put yourself in a box in terms of learning. Sometimes we have there's different people, saying this is the best way to learn, this is the best way to learn. But for me and a lot of people that I know that have become good, proficient speakers as adults, they've been open to everything. So just whether it's like immersion, grammar, taking all of those tools, and I tell people, like, when you build a house, it's like you don't just have a hammer to build a house, right? You need all of these different tools to build. And also it's really easy to get down on ourselves and be hard on ourselves for what we don't know or what we should know by now. But just, telling yourself that that's the process and getting comfortable being in that process. It's just constant learning. Every level that you get to, you're gonna have highs and lows. And so just get used to it now. And because no matter what level you're at, you're gonna feel that way. So sometimes, like, I feel like I'm very conversational with fluent speakers. I would never say that I'm fluent, but sometimes I'll listen to speakers and I don't know what they're saying, and I'll be like, I don't know anything. And then I'll listen to speakers and I know everything they're saying. And I'll be like, wow, I'm really on my way. So it's like, it's the process that you're going through that, that's what it is. And just be consistent. Like, it's better to to like study, or if you have access to a speaker, like sometimes you have to kind of search for a speaker. And so maybe if you're living in an urban area, maybe there's someone around or someone you can get to or someone you can meet online with, other learners that are more advanced than you. You just kind of have to put yourself out there and like search for that. And ideally, a fluent speaker, you want to kind of become their friends and like bug them all the time. And eventually, you create that relationship. It's all about relationship building and um, learning from them and being consistent. So studying like 5 minutes every night. Everyone's got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to check your Facebook or whatever. So you have 5 minutes to look at words or phrases that you want to learn, that you want to use every day. That's more better, I would say, than say if you studied for 2 hours on one weekend and then 2 weekends later you do that again. So just being like consistent daily. Yeah.
In terms of your language progression, when we hit those, sometimes we hit a ceiling. Do you have any recommendations for, what to do when you just, you're trying, but you're just, you feel stuck?
Um, so for me, like it's kind of like attending, like a language camp or a class, like just to kind of, even if say that it's a beginner class and you're above that level, still kind of go there and like see where other people are. And then maybe there's, a speaker there that you can meet or talk to more. It's just trying to find another place for motivation, like changing your environment, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to say Chimigwech to everybody for coming, and Chimigwech especially to Ozawa for such a wonderful session and for contributing to the calendar and for all of the work that he does in terms of immersion programs. And as I mentioned earlier, he has a really great podcast, and he does it together with his partner. And Monty, if you can let your wife know, I just think she has the most beautiful laugh. You really make a great team in the podcast, and so Chmiwech for doing that and sharing that with us, and for being an inspiration for the way that you are raising and nurturing your children. I say Chmiwech for that, and thanks to everyone for coming. How?
Miigwech.